this is Jess. Thank you guys so much for joining my YouTube channel today. My name is Jess, and you can also find me on Instagram and on TikTok as Knit Plan Jess. So we kind of have a bunch of things going on. So one of the items in my Archer and Olive September sub box was a floral press. So I decided that I wanted to press some flowers because like Happy Planner has these stickers that look like pressed flowers and they are just absolutely stunning. And it's like, I want to do something kind of similar to that. So I did. I pressed some flowers and I have some already like taken out. And I even turned one into a sticker. You guys, I turned it into a sticker. Like, my mind is just blown right now. I'm so excited, so that's why I had to like run and record a video. So anyways, yes, that's what we're doing today. I'm going to show you how I'm going to be taking these flowers and this foliage that I pressed, and we're going to be turning them into stickers. And if you want a video to show you the full process, I can definitely record that, and I might just go ahead and like record it today, and because I'm going to go run to Trader Joe's as soon as I'm done with this to get more flowers to press. I am so excited, you guys. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to be doing and what we're going to be using to make some dried flower or pressed flower stickers. The first item is going to be wax paper, and you will see why. Then we have our dried flowers. If you don't have any dried flowers, you can make some yourself using a flower press. This, like I said, this one I got from the Archer and Olive sub box. You can get them from Etsy. I'm trying to get my dad to make some flower presses to sell. Like, I think that would be such a fun thing to really put out into the community. So I'm trying to get my dad to make some and sell them too. But yeah, like you can just go to Etsy. You could just search online flower press and you will find so many available options to you. And then we're going to be using scissors. Oh, and packing tape. So just clear packing tape. Okay, I have to like kind of wrap my brain around everything that's going on just because I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going to, these are some of the flowers that I have already gone through. I have several more layers to go. So this is not all of them, but these are the ones that we are at least going to start with. So I'm just going to very carefully move those off to the side. So these flowers were pressed almost a week ago. So when you press flowers, I would say maybe give them a good week to dry. I mean, I could have very easily left these for one more day to give it a full week, but I was just so excited and I really wanted to see how they worked out. So we're going to start with a piece of wax paper, and I'm just going to be taking the packing tape. And for the record, this is going to be using a lot of packing tape, so keep that in mind. I'm going to take the packing tape and I'm just going to tape it down the wax paper. I think it'll be fine to have like very minimal overlap as well. You just don't want to not have like gaps in between the tape. If it's not like perfectly straight, if it's not like perfectly flat, like try to get it as flat as you can. If it's not perfectly flat, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. Be perfectly honest with you, but I think I'm going to kind of do a test. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this one so that way I'm kind of working in like manageable size pieces. So we have one done, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep that away from Duke, or else he will probably try to eat it. Duke keeps like sniffing over by my desk and is like, where's the flowers? He is intrigued by these flowers. I'm intrigued by these flowers. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and tape up the second one. I'm actually going to do it, I'm kind of testing it out. Like, is it better to do some shorter strips but doing more, or is it better to do longer strips but less? So far, the shorter is winning out. That last one didn't lay super flat, but that's okay. So now what we're going to do is take the pressed flowers. So I'm just going to basically line them up, so then that way I can kind of do like different little designs. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, so we're going to take, I have this really beautiful orchid, and you want to lay the flowers down on the wax paper exactly how you want the sticker to look like. Or I guess you want to lay it down on the wax paper and then the tape exactly how you want it to look, because the wax paper is going to be peeled off of the back side. So definitely keep that in mind. So like this one right here, I think I'm going to combine both of these to make it look like that. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Apparently I didn't go all the way down right there. What in the world? Well, that was a major fail for me. Hold on. I'm going to kind of go over. I'm going to overlap that just a little bit. Okay, that way I know for a fact that the entire wax paper is covered with tape. Okay, so try that one again. There we go. And then we're just going to do like this little leaf right here, because many of these are going to be kept individual. Some of them I could kind of do like clusters. Let's do this other orchid. I will have to do several sheets of like the wax paper and the tape, because of the fact that I have so many. Oh no, oh, by the way, this one broke. So I'm going to basically kind of fix it on the paper. And then very carefully tape it, so then that way it is completely fixed. So there we go. But yeah, so I have several sheets of dried flowers to go through, so I will have to absolutely create some more wax paper with tape on it. Maybe I might want to look for like bigger rolls of packing tape even. I'm going to do that one right there. So each one of these is going to be individually cut out. So it's going to kind of be like die cuts almost. So this one right here is going to be like a little interesting to move. Actually, no, it's not. It's really going to work out well. I'm trying to figure out where do I want to put it. Like, okay, so I'm going to keep that one right there. Like maybe let's just put that one right there. I'm not set on that one yet. I'm going to have this be like my little board of ones that I'm not 100% set on. Okay, so this one, this was a bamboo leaf. I think that actually, I think I'm going to leave this one to press a little bit more. Because it's still, like, it's not completely flat. That one could probably take a little bit of time. So that one's going to stay. We have another bamboo. I'm going to continue to keep that one pressed, though. It's kind of interesting. I think as I'm going through this, it'll be really interesting to see what plants did better for being pressed than others. Let's take this off. And then put that right there. Okay, so now we have a whole bunch of ferns. You guys, I love how these turned out. Okay, so like this little leaf, I'm not really in love with that one. I was a little worried how some of them were going to hold on to the color, but look at these ferns. This one is really interesting because it's had individual little flowers on it. I don't know what it's called. I would need my dad to tell me what the flower was called. I don't remember. But I love these ferns. I just, ugh. So we're definitely going to do these ones, because I think that these would be so pretty to use in like a memory journal page, or just, you know, a creative art journal page. Oh, you guys, I can't. I just can't. Okay, it's stuck. It's stuck. Okay, there we go. Like, I have to be super careful because I don't want these to break. Ooh, I'm kind of thinking, like, what if I put like those two together, just like that, and then that one's going to be separate. And then I want to take some of these little small ones, because look at these little spores on it. How awesome is that? We're going to put that one up there. I think what's going to be really difficult, though, is as I go to put the tape on. So we're going to be crossing fingers that it works out well. Okay, I have a lot to go through, so I'm going to kind of hold back on some of these. Okay, so now we have this one. Oh, okay, this one lost a petal, but I actually really love how it looks without that petal. Oh, and look at this. So this is interesting. This was a very white flower. But, oh my gosh, it dried like this translucent yellow, creamish. Oh my gosh, it is stunning. It is freaking stunning. I love this one. I definitely want to do that one. And I want to do this one, but oh, this one I remember. So this was one that, the way that I cut it, it had a really thick stem. So the way that I cut it was to allow it to dry to look like a flower. So basically, I'm just going to be taking it and putting the petals back. Oh, I need to flip it over though. We need that really bright purple to come through. So I'm just basically going to rebuild the flower on the tape. And if you watch this whole video through the entire way, just know that I truly appreciate your patience. I'm trying to overlap some of those. We're going to leave that one just like that. I'm not going to bring in that other petal. I'm going to hold on these ones. Mainly because there's so much more that I want to see. Okay, so this next one, we have 2 more layers to go. Look at this. You guys, look at this one. It broke. Okay, I gotta be careful. I gotta be really, really, really careful. Look at that. Oh, look at those ferns. Okay, that is stunning. And I have 2 more right there too. Okay, we're gonna hold on those, because this is the sheet that I was so excited about. If they were gonna work, I think they worked. Okay, so really carefully. Oh, actually, I think I can do this. Look at those. Look at those. Okay, so they didn't hold on to as much color as what I was hoping. Some of them did, but they also became like a little bit more muted than what I was expecting. Not muted. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to lift this one up without tearing it, and I'm so nervous. Beautiful, 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 you guys. You guys, my heart is so incredibly happy now. Okay, so now this is the tough one. Is trying to pull this off. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just gotta do this. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm like trying to see. Okay, so my wax paper only goes, my tape only goes so far. So I think I need to wait on, actually, this one will fit right here. Okay, it fits right there. So now is the part where we have to pray to the sticker gods and hope that this does not mess up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pre-cut the tape. I think that's going to give me a little bit more control. So now basically what you do is you just line it up with the other piece of tape that you put down and very carefully put it over the flowers. Now, I will advise, if you're feeling a little nervous or anxious about working with such a large piece of wax paper, trim it down. Do a small box, because I assure you it will be a lot less nerve-wracking. Again, cutting off the tape prior to putting it down, so that way I have a lot of control over where it goes. You guys. You guys. So one thing to keep in mind is that obviously the bigger the flower, the less flat that it's going to press. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. So once you have all of the tape down, it's a matter of just really making sure to push it down on the flowers really, really, really secure. Like, in my opinion, you can't push it down too much. All right, so now we're going to peel this up from my desk. Oh, no. Okay, well, you guys. Wax paper tore. It's okay, which is perfectly fine, honestly. Duke is like, okay, what can I come see now? I still smell flowers, Mommy. So I'm just going to trim off the tape to kind of get that out of the way. And Duke is saying hi. He's getting into everything. Alright, so let's test it out. Oh, look, that one moved and I didn't even realize it. Let's test it out with this little fern. So basically at this point, once you have kind of trimmed it down, you can be able to cut the flowers individually. Let's see. Trim this. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. I will trim all of those out off camera, by the way, but we're going to go ahead and add to this page. So we have our cute little fern. And this is when you basically just peel off the wax paper. After several minutes of fuss, I finally got enough peeled off so I can peel the rest off. And mwah, we have this cute little fern sticker, and I think we're just going to put it right here. So obviously you can also be able to kind of decide how much sticker that you want around the flower. I would definitely advise that you don't do a lot. Just be aware though that if you feel like that the tape is not sticking very well, use Tombow adhesive. Like, I am not going to be afraid to use a little extra adhesive on my homemade stickers because, I mean, obviously tape is not like the same as sticker paper, but it works for making pressed flowers. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, trim the rest out. I'm going to go ahead and lay down the rest of them on this so that way I can turn them into stickers, and then I'll show you everything when I'm done. I'm not going to lie. It took some time to finish pressing out the rest of the flowers, and it took some time to cut them out, but I am just absolutely stoked with how they turned out. I love the colors. I mean, like these ones right here are especially my favorite, and I cannot wait to use them. So these, again, were all put where I took wax paper. I took some packing tape and just put the packing tape over it, sticky side down, obviously. I then put the flower, or the foliage, and the leaf in this case, put it on the packing tape, just set it down. It's obviously not going to stick to it because it was the shiny side, but then I put another piece of tape over it and then cut it out, and you have some homemade homemade pressed floral stickers. So I don't want to really use too many of these because I want to kind of come up with other ideas, but I decided that I wanted to at least show one more. So we're going to take this little one. I love how it turned out. Actually, there was another one similar to this that I think I want to use instead. Okay, which one do we want to use? I think I want to use this one instead. So it is wax paper on the back side. Now I will admit, this is where it kind of can get a little tricky. This part is not for the faint of heart. I noticed that the entire process of pressing your own flowers and making the flower stickers, it probably took a good week time. 1 week for the pressed flowers, and then I would kind of give yourself maybe like a week, give yourself maybe like an hour to actually turn them into stickers. Again, if it doesn't seem like it is sticky enough, take some Tombow tape adhesive, put it down, then that way you can be able to properly adhere it to the page, because the wax paper, you got to remember, we use it for our planners because it helps kind of remove some of that stickiness and allows us to be able to move the sticker around if we choose, especially while we're planning out our spread and figuring out exactly where we want them to go. So the wax paper will remove some of the stickiness from the flowers, from the back of the tape that you used. So you can definitely use Tombow adhesive. The Dots adhesive is my favorite. You can use that to help you properly secure it to the page. I love it. So for this page, this one, and this one, this little fern, these are all my dried and pressed flower stickers. Everything else is coming from the Happy Planner. It actually came from their Wildflower Bee Happy Box, but I absolutely love it. And I mean, to me, like this one, that looks like one of the stickers. Like that looks like one of the professionally made stickers, in my opinion. But yeah, so there you guys go. Get yourself a flower press, press some flowers, and then you can turn them into stickers for your journal, your notebook, bullet journal, planner, whatever that you decide to use. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I truly appreciate all of your support, and I want you guys to have a good day. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.